Alright, what is going on, everybody? Hope you guys are having the best day of your entire lives. So, I made $33,445 in literally about 1 hour of trading. Maybe about 70 minutes. But anyway, I took 4 trades. Every single trade was absolutely insane trade. Followed my strategies, followed my systems, followed every single thing that I know. And the trades were Nvidia, Microsoft, Meta, and QQQs. Nvidia trade was about 20%, Microsoft trade was about 100%, Meta was about 60%, and QQQs was about 300 to 400%, depending on the runners, how you count it. So, now, you might be like, okay, sweet, that's a lot of money, okay. Yes, alright, now, so, I was coming back from the day, Thursday, actually Wednesday, I took $9,200 loss. So, which is why this is only 33K. I promise you, if I was on a winning streak coming up to this day, it would have been 100 grand. Easy 100 grand. Because when I say 3, 4, 500% trade on QQQs, you know what that means? That means if I put $1,000 in as my position size, I made 5,000 in profit, 4,000 in profit from that. That's what it means. Now, so let's look at what are the trades were. And I'm going to just give you the full source. By the way, if you're new to this channel, my name is Somesh and I'm a full-time day trader. I've been day trading since 2018 and I promise you, I respect your time that you're giving. Literally, you're spending this time on this video and I'm going to make sure that it is worth the time. The best thing you can do for yourself, and I'm not just saying it, the best thing you can do for yourself is, like, look, I'm not a YouTuber, I'm a day trader. So this video never will have a fancy edits or stuff. Never say never, but we'll never have fancy edits or stuff, right? I want to give you the sauce. You take the sauce, you go out there and make money, all right? And why do I do that? We'll talk about later in the video, all right? Now, let's talk about this. This will be the most valuable video. If I were you, I will take pen and paper. I'll take notes, all right? I'll take pen and paper. I'll take notes of what I'm going to show you. I promise you're going to be that valuable, all right? So let's fucking get over this. So first trade was on Nvidia, and these are the trades that I kind of got ready for you, so I can show you how to actually do that, so you can do the same as well. So first trade was on Nvidia. As soon as the market opened, Nvidia kind of in the pre-market, a lot of people do not watch the pre-market action. I always tell people like, bro, you need to watch what's happening in the pre-market. It kind of will give you a rough idea of what can happen. So this is what started happening. We already started, like 8:30 was where the CPI numbers came out. The market started a little bit, like on Nvidia especially, started a little bit trending towards the downside. Now, what is a trend? Trend is simply when we make a high, then we make a lower high, lower high, lower high, and lower high, and or lows as well. So basically like this, when the trend goes like this, that's when we know that it's a downtrend, right? So I was watching this and I'm like, okay, cool. This is a pre-market low level. Sweet. That means this is kind of a critical level right here that we have. All right. That means if the price approach this could be critical, right? Now let's see what happens. I was watching this. I would have. Should, could, woulds doesn't pay. I should have taken a trade roughly around here, just expecting it to break below the pre-market low, but I didn't. I don't know why. Maybe I was not watching it, but I kind of started watching it when it broke below the pre-market low like this, and I was like, oh my god, this is insane. But I'm a sort of trader that I like to wait for a pullback. Now, when I say pullback, I mean like if I have identified a critical level, so like in this case, this is a critical zone, or also kind of this is a critical zone. Why? Because this is where the intraday price action has been kind of got rejected already. So I've identified a couple zones on the day already. So I want to see the market pull back either to this level or to at least like not fully this level, but somewhere in the middle. Like that's where pretty much we are like, okay, this is the highs, this is the lower highs, there'll be another lower highs and the trend can continue, right? Just the price action basics, man. All right, so I was like watching this. I'm like, okay, let's see where the market comes back. I'm a sort of trader, I like to wait for a pullback. I'll never jump in a trade where there's no pullback. Like, what the fuck? What's the point, right? So market started giving me a little pullback. I started getting this little pullback from the market and I'm like, okay, so I paid attention to this volume. I'm like, oh, the volume's pretty low from the, previous red candle. Like, look at this volume and this. I'm like, sweet. Let's see if it gives me a decent entry. Now I'll show you what my entry kind of looked like. All right. So another candle happened. I'm like, okay, the volume's pretty low compared to the red candle. I'm still watching this. It's in my zone roughly. All right. Let's see what happens. Then we saw a little bit of rejection that reconfirmed what I said. There's a critical level roughly around here. There's a critical level here, and I'm like, okay, so if it decides to go down, it will break the pre-market low one more time, and the move can be nice, right? Because it's a critical level. This is where the price is literally bounced so heavy, like not just like, look at this, even in the past, right? Look at this, how many times prices bounced around this area. So I'm like, okay, this will be nice. If we can break below this particular area, I will jump in puts. But where would my stop loss be? Or where would my profit target be? Like if you're watching this, like where would your profit target be? So my first profit target, not gonna lie, my first profit target was simply just the low of the day. So my plan was to jump in right here. Stop loss would have been just above this particular candle. Profit target roughly around here. So I'm like risking, like this is the first trade of the day. I took $200 loss a day before. This is the first trade of the day. I did about 5 contracts, and I think those contracts were trading maybe like $200 or whatever. I think it was like $700-800 position size, and I made about 20% returns, not heavy returns, but it was just setting up the tone for the day. I use a system called bell curve. A bell curve simply means on the day, especially after a losing trade or on just in general day, because I have noticed from my journals, whenever I take my first trade of the day is green, or it's like not small red or is green, I have finished the day green. Okay, this is just, I don't know, psychologically, this is what happens. When I first take the first trade of the day big red, I finish the day red, because it just puts me in a bad mood for the day, or I'm trying to recover from losses rather than trying to take better trades, whatever it is. So I don't try to fix my mistakes. I know this is a problem. I don't try to fix my problems. I just focus on things that actually will not let my problems emerge at first place, which is the first trade of the day. My goal is to take the first trade of the day green. If it's not green, that means I'm happy with small red, because it's easier to come back from minus $100 loss than coming back from minus $1,000 loss. You see what I'm saying? So our first trade of the day is always small position size for me, and this was the trade that I took, and this is how it went. I jumped in puts, and as soon as I hit my profit target, roughly around this area where I was like, all right, let's start taking some off. This looks good. Let's start taking some off. The prices kind of bounced straight away when we took off, and you might be like, oh yeah, you just saying it. No, I promise you, if you were in my Discord, there were like about 250 people watching me live doing this, and they can confirm in the comments. This is exactly where I was like, all right, I'm out. Like I still had some of my runners running, but that's about it. Like this was the trade, the reasoning of the trade. It was not the best trade. There was nothing that I could have done better. It's literally just the price action, man, to be honest. This is the highs. Let's say this is the highs. This is the lower highs we have made. Now this is the lows. This is the lower lows. And now we're pulling back again. And I'm like, okay, this could be a lower highs, and it could make new lower lows. That was basically the trade that I took roughly here, the moment it broke below this zone. And that was a trade. I knew my stop loss, I knew my profit target. So it was a beautiful trade, because I'm not risking too much, and my position size is small. I'm risking about 60 cents to make about $1. That's decent win risk to reward. So this was a beautiful trade. I didn't make much money, but it set up the tone for the day, for the rest of the day, right? Which is where I went to Microsoft. So this is the bell curve that I was explaining. First trade of the day is small, right? Second trade of the day, I'm like getting if it's green, let's say if this trade is green, I'm getting a little bit big, like not big, but medium position size, right? And then I'm getting a little bit medium big position size. Then I'm getting big position size. Then I'm just like cooling off for the day. You see what I'm saying? Then position size significantly drops, so I do not lose my profits back, because a lot of times this happened to a lot of people where they're up 10,000 or 5,000 or 2,000, whatever. Now they keep trading, and they are down, like let's say now they're just up 1,000, now they're just up 200, then they lose all the profits, and that ruins with your mental, right? So I want to just cool off for the day as well, right? So this was the trade that I took on Nvidia. Then second trade happened on Microsoft. And Microsoft trade was pretty insane. And I'll give you the actual source, all right? So I was not even watching Microsoft. It was super choppy. But for me to watch a trade, I like to watch pre-market lows kind of break, at least pre-market low break, or at least the open price break, or some sort of visual trend. I'm a very visual person. Like I want to see it. It's not like, when people talk about technicals, or this line crossing over this line crossing over this line, and shit like this. That's not how I trade. I'm a very visual trader. Like, if I can see the downtrend, that means the downtrend is there. If I can't see the downtrend, that means the downtrend is not there. It doesn't matter what anybody tells me. That sort of trader I am. You see what I'm saying? I can visually see that the prices dropped, right? If we're holding this, prices were holding this area right here. Prices were holding around this area, and then it finally dropped. And it was dropping in the pre-market as well. So I'm like, okay, this looks nice, and let's see what happens, right? And then we saw this, and you see this yellow line that's running across. This yellow line is where the market opened on the day. All right, you see this right here, yellow line. So, all right, let me show you the settings for this. It's called open price. Okay, so these are my settings. Just take a quick screenshot of this. These are my settings of this. I'll show you which is the indicator. So you go to the indicators tab and you search open price. And this dude called, I think Discountry or something. This tool called Discountry. Just select his indicator and then do the settings like I have for mine right here. Do the settings, and that's how you pretty much do this, right? Anyway, I had to go really quick because my wife wanted me, because it's like this big fucking spider or a fucking something because I'm in Australia right now, so spiders are common. But anyway, yo, this is the open price indicator. All right. Oh man, fucking put my mood off. Fucking this spider threw me off the floor. Anyway, these are my settings for the open price indicator. All right, so like this. And that open price simply means where the first print of the day happened. So 9:30.0001 millisecond, the first print of the day. That's right here. All right, it'll mark it on your chart. I don't know why it's showing this fucking crap, but it'll be straight line in the real time. All right, and then what happened was there's one thing about the market. All right, wherever we have open price. So if this is open price breaks below the open price and comes back and retests, and you can visually see it's getting rejected off this. Like you can clearly see that it's getting rejected off this. That is a very, very bearish sign. But to jump into a trade, I'll do something special. I'll show you. All right. Now, but before we even move forward, I think I forgot to mention this, called time frames of the day. All right. Now, to take the trades, I have different time frames for different times of the day. Now, to trade on to trade from 9:30 Eastern time to 10 a.m. Eastern time, I am watching 2-minute chart. Okay. All right. Sweet. Why? Please don't ask me why. That's my system. From 10 to 11, I watch 5-minute chart. And then from 11 to 3 p.m., I'm watching 10-minute chart. All right. So I don't trade 3 to 4. You know, the power hour fucking crap that people talk about. I don't. That's not me. All right. I don't give a fuck about power hours. Bullshit. All right. 3 to 4 power hours. I'm out. Like, I don't want to trade this crap. So 11 to 3 is like max. If I'm trading max, I'm trading till 3. Normally I'm done by 11:30. That's the cutoff point most of the time. If the market's trendy, I'll stick around till 3. Anyway, so what happened here was I was watching this Microsoft and I'm like, oh my God, this is looking good. Now, I've made this little flag. I'm like, okay, there's a flag. There's a thing right at the top. If the next candle broke below this, my stop loss will go just here. So I'm risking pretty much like basically almost. Then, if you think about it, right, I'm almost risking nothing. And again, yo, this trade was like 100% trade. Plus this trade went like 200 to 300%, by the way. All right. So just know I started taking off at 100%. But anyway, this is where I was like, okay, this looks interesting. There's a little trend line, and I will short this right here just because the open price, right? Always pay attention to the open prices, man. I'm telling you. So now, clearly price is rejecting of this, and SPY and, stop loss can be just above this. So I'm risking about 55 cents to potentially make whatever the number is. Original profit tag was like roughly 460. I'm like, if it gets to 460, that'll be beautiful. I'm risking about 50 cents to make it $2. That's like if I'm risking $1 to make $4. That's pretty good, right? So now this is how the trade went. Jumped in, I'm in, and it started going down. Now as soon as 10 o'clock hits, you know the drill. 10 o'clock hits, I'm jumping on a 5-minute chart. And when I jumped on a 5-minute chart, the price is still everything's still looking good. And I'm like, sweet, 460 hit. I was still in the trade. There was no reason to sell. The next level I had was around 458 or 456. And prices kept coming down, kept taking off, got to a stage where, again, remember what I said. The first trade of the day was small position size. Second trade of the day was medium position size. Third trade of the day was medium big. And fourth was the big position size. This is how the day was going for me, right? Now, this was an absolutely beautiful trade, and it was nuts, right? Now, what is the lesson here for you to learn? The lesson is super simple. When an open price breaks and retests, and you can clearly see the visually retest happening, and you can draw some flag or something, some sort of pattern, you can have a stop loss just on the other side of the open price and just take the trade towards the downside or towards the upside, be it whatever the case may be. All right. This was absolutely beautiful trade, and this was Microsoft trade. And then comes Meta trade. Again, what I said, open price. Remember what I said about open price. And this trade was at 10 o'clock. So after 10 o'clock, so this trade was happening on a 5-minute chart. Now, look at this. This trade, 10 o'clock, what happened? Open price break, retest happened. Visually, I could see retest happening. And I was coming from a 2-minute chart. Like, look at this 2-minute chart for a minute. It happened to be like 10 o'clock hit, like when I had to jump in. So it happened to be just at 10 o'clock, but I kind of jumped in the moment this particular level breaks, or this flag thingy break right here. Look at this. So I'm like, okay, broke below the open price, giving me a flag. I'll jump in the moment this breaks. I mean, the stop loss, bro, it's about risk to reward, man. This is what it is. Like, look at this. I'm risking like $1 to potentially make, I think the profit target we had for this was like absolutely nuts profit target. We had like, I think it was like 526 originally. Was I think it was 526, then profit target moved down to 522. It was just insane. Now think about it. I'm risking $1 to make $8. That's a beautiful freaking trade, and this is how I take. I'm actually giving you the full source right now. I'm not holding nothing back. Literally, this is it. The moment that broke the little flag that I showed you on 2-minute chart, and that was exactly when 10 o'clock happened. So I jumped on a 5-minute chart, and I'm like, okay, this looks good as well. Sweet. Let's see where it goes. Price started coming down. Kept taking profits as it's coming down. 522 took a little bit more off. Absolutely beautiful trade. Kept taking more off. 520 hit. Kept taking more off. And this was like, remember what I said, this is like medium big position size. Now I could clearly tell myself, like I could see that I'm in sync with the market. You see what I'm saying? Like I could see the trades clearly. I'm able to spot the trades clearly, and I'm able to just like visually see what's happening a little bit better. So it was good, right? So this is a Meta's trade, absolutely beautiful. And then last trade came QQQs. Now this is where it's a little bit advanced, but not too advanced, but you will still make a lot of money if you get it. So basically what's happening here is we started a downtrend. Look at this, open price getting rejected. We started a downtrend. This is 200 simple moving average. Now 200 simple moving average is a very, very, very important critical level. All right, so basically this is the 200 simple moving average. These are the settings. All right, and how to set this on is you go to the indicator tab, you type simple moving average. It will say simple, this moving average simple. You click this, it will come up on your chart as this blue line or whatever. You click this, you change the style and inputs from here to 200, and that's about it. You see what I'm saying? It's that simple. All right, and then you have this, like you change the settings. I've changed the settings to dotted. That's it. Basically 200 simple moving average is a very strong critical level for bounces or rejects. All right, on a 5-minute chart. Oh my God, this is really, doesn't matter what chart, to be honest. It's really, really, really critical level all the time. Like look at this bounce of 200 moving average. It's very, very critical. If you can figure out a way how to actually take these trades as bounces, like the first initial bounces and stuff, these are very profitable. All right, these are like money. I'm talking money, yo. I'm not giving you anything that I do not use. Like look at this break, and we had a big move, and it's just like at a first rejection, decent rejection. But you get the point, right? So around based on the price action, I was like, okay, first initially we had a bounce off this 200 moving average. It came back down, and it's retesting. Think of it like as a, you know, this is a house that you live in, right? This is the house that you live in. There's a staircase right here, all right? But this is where you are right now. So this is where you are right now, all right? This is where your wife is, and your wife wants you. She's like, hey, can you come down? You're like, all right. And you jump on this, you jump on this, you jump on this, try to break below. Didn't work. Anyway, so this is your support right now. This is your floor, all right? This is your floor or support, because you can't just go straight through it unless you're like fucking 1000 kilo fucking whatever thing monster. So anyway, now your wife's getting annoyed. You're like, come down, get your fucking ass down here now. Anyway, but your wife's this way, it's your floor, but your wife's it's ceiling, right? So that means it's your support, but it's her resistance. Even if she wants to get up there, she can't just like bounce and jump and touch it and break through. So what she does is, or what you do is, you catch the staircase and you come down. This is you now. Now you look up. The previous support that you had is your now resistance. All right, it's that simple. That's resist, right? So it's that simple. Now this was a previous support. Prices bounced right here. Then it came down the staircase. Now it can be a decent resistance, right? The simplest I can explain. Now I'm watching this. I'm like, all right, let's see. And then we have this break, like this little thing, and I'm like, I could see, like visually, I could see that there's like a little rejection happening. I'm like, okay, now you might be like, but bro, there's actually no rejection happening. I'm like looking at the price action from the pre-market as well. I'm like, this is the highest. This is what's happening. I'm like, the trend looks like pretty weak. Trend looks like it want to go down. I will jump into this trade if it breaks below this particular lows of this particular candle, or if it breaks below this 502 level, or if it breaks below this confluence area of where the bounces are happening. Like this is the bounce area. This is where it bounced. I'll jump below if it breaks below this particular candle, or I'll jump below the moment it breaks below this little trend line that I had. I'm like, okay, I'll jump in. No problem. Profit target could be 500. This is like fucking 500% trade. This is insane. So my stop loss was like just above this particular candle. Profit target, the original profit target was like this 500 level. Just 500 is a whole number, you know what I mean? 500 is a whole number, big number. So I was like, all right, based on the risk to reward, does this make sense? If I have to jump in a trade here, my stop loss is right there. 500 is a profit target. I'm risking about 60 cents to make about $2. Does the risk to reward make sense? Yes, it does. So I took this trade, and because I had the position stack already, so I made a little bit of profit on Nvidia, the first trade, a little bit of profit on Microsoft, then decent profit on Meta, and I still have those trades running as well, because when it's trendy, I want to keep them running. Why sell? Now I already am up decent money on the day. You know what? I see this setup clearly. Let me just risk half, or let me just risk the cushion that I have. So it's like up until I finish trading, it's not really my money up until I finish trading. When I finish trading, then the money's in my pocket. So let me just risk. Let me just take decent position size. I had a decent position size, right? Now, what happened? It broke below. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll take some profits at 500. Then 500 happened. Boom. It just broke through 500 like 500. It's freaking nothing. And I'm just like, I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, what the fuck just happened here? Like 500 broke like it's nothing. Yeah, but it did break just like it's nothing, and the volume picked up. I'm like, oh my god, this is nuts. Maybe you can go. I took some profit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, oh my god, because it just was such a quick drop. I was up big. I was like, oh my god, I need to get some out. And then this drop happened. I'm like, oh my holy shit, fuck, bro, this is insane. And then we started seeing a little pullback. We started seeing a tiny bit of pullback. I liked that pullback too, but I was like kind of almost done my trading here, and I was still holding, and I sold, and I kept coming down. The flags kept coming down, and I sold, and I was up like 400% on my runners. But basically, like the things that I'm telling you, which I'm sure you have taken some notes: 200 moving average, open price, making a flag after it has broken below the open price. After it broken below the open price or broken above the open price, if it's making a flag and visually you can see it, that's good. And how do you size in and size up for the day, kind of how do you come back from a losing day, and actually how to start building up the confidence again by taking small trades, small. There's a system behind everything, and that's exactly what I did. There's a system behind 2-minute charts, then 5-minute charts, and then 10-minute charts. There's a system behind everything. There's a system behind what option contracts that I use. The system behind almost everything. You see what I'm saying? And this is the whole point. To be honest, I'll keep it real, all right? The big reason, and I'm sure not a lot of people will fucking agree to this, I want to be completely honest with you. The reason why I record these YouTube videos is because I genuinely want to help you make some money from my free content, like my YouTube videos, my Instagram content. I genuinely want you to make money from my free content. And if you're making money from my tips and tricks and these strategies that I share here, you just know that I'm the real deal straight away. Right? Start making money, you know it, like whatever I say works. The trust is already built. Think about this, right? Because you're making money from my free content, the trust is already there. Now imagine what happens when you join my university, my mentorship program. That's where I can give you all these strategies, all these secret sauces, all these advanced strategies, everything in one place, so you can level up even faster than you can imagine, fast and furious style. You see what I'm saying? So the reason why not a lot of people will agree to this, the reason why I want to make these content is so I can help you make money ASAP with my free content. Then you join my university, I can give you more content which actually going to help you get to the next level, so you can start making money and start living a better life, or giving your family a better life. So keep grinding with the free content. Plenty of stuff that I post on YouTube. Keep grinding with the free content. See the results for yourself. You'll start making money. And when you're ready to take it to the next level, come join me in my K Capitals University. And I'm here to see you win. All right, let's make some money together, and let's make some actually serious money together. I'll catch you in the next video. Like this video, share this video, comment. I don't know how the algorithm works. Just drop a like, just drop a fucking comment. It can't hurt you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I don't know what you're doing, because this is the most valuable channel you'll ever watch. Let me know if you think the same as well. This is the most valuable channel. Like, we're not Breaking Bad. We're not educational we're not entertainment channel. This is like full sauce. Boom, you take the sauce, you get the fuck out of here, you go make some money, and then you come back and you let me know that I helped you make some money. You see, this is the reason why I make these videos. Let me know in the comments down below if this is the actual best channel that you watch. And I'll see you later. Peace, goodbye, hope you have fun.